narcissist will tell you that your truth is anything but that. I can't wait till this ends. Like, I can't wait until people can just see that if they really looked deep in the mirror, they would see that they're so broken that they literally have to pick apart somebody else's truth about their life. And instead of listening to the parts that are important, they have to actually pick the most trivial part of the whole entire story and tell you that it's a lie. It really is unbelievable to me sometimes. Like, and I'm around this all the time, and it's still so hard for me to even grasp the fact that somebody's life could be like this. That when somebody puts out their story about their life, which is not really the most attractive, about addiction and, just shit that they regret doing, which is something that narcissists can never, ever, ever in a million years do, because, they have to come off as perfect and flawless to everybody, even though we know it's quite the opposite. So, when I put a video out about my life that isn't, fucking champagne and butterflies and shit, and somebody has to, what they get from the video, see, this is the thing, you're toxic as fuck when somebody tells their story and it's not a great story, but they got through a lot of shit, so it winds up great. And what you get out of it is what I'm wearing, whether or not something that had nothing really to do with my story that I just spoke about was the truth or not. They will pick the most tedious, trivial things because they're agitated and angry that they could never do what it is that you're doing. 1, they could never get sober. 2, they can never change. 3, they can never actually flush out that toxicity in their hearts. And they're angry about this. They can't overcome anything. They don't know how to get through anything. They don't know how to better themselves, because when you don't see any flaws in yourselves, right, how can you actually better yourself? I'm starting to see just how toxic it really is. And I have narcissistic qualities, of course. That's what Heyoka empaths have, like I said. But I don't use it to manipulate people. I don't use it to try to break people down. I don't use it to attack people. I use it for times like this, when I just need to tell you that you're fucking broken and you're toxic. And when somebody's telling a story about truth, about their addiction, and you want to point out some stupid shit, go in the mirror, and if you can, because most people that are like this can't even look at themselves in the mirror. And name 3 positive traits about yourself that are truthful. Just 3 of them. I'm like imagining people I know that are like this doing that. And I'm sorry, it just made me laugh. See, this is the narcissism in me, right? We only do this when we feel attacked. Everybody has this wrong impression of empaths, that we're weak, we're all love and light. We let people walk all over us, and we may have when we were asleep, but when we're awake and we're a totally different entity, you're going to walk away with your tail between your legs. Because like I said, we only pick the fights that we know we won already, and you can never win. Once we have true facts and we're speaking truth, you can't win against anybody's truth. And it's the stupidest shit that sometimes I feel like I'm stooping to a level to even have to speak on this shit. But example, like when I say that I'm woke or we're awakened, this is my thing. It's like the obvious and the logic has been put in front of our faces the whole time, and we just never realized it because we were so distracted by all this lies and truth and the news and everything that we didn't realize some of these obvious things that are right in front of our face. One being, when we exhale our breath, all right, this is a fact, we exhale carbon dioxide mixed with carbon monoxide. I stated this in one of my videos, and I stated about my addiction and all kinds of other shit, man, because I was asked to do that video. I was stopped on the street and asked. Somebody actually, what they got from this entire video, what the comment was that we exhale carbon dioxide. I didn't mention that in the video because I thought everybody knew that. I didn't feel the need to say it was a mix of both. my point of it was trying to tell people that when they breathe in their breath with these masks on, that they're actually making themselves sick. It wasn't to be right or wrong or anything like that. It was to try to help people understand, right? To help, right? Which is something that a lot of these fucking toxic people don't understand. They don't know how to help anybody but themselves. So don't sit there and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, all right? Because even Google actually says it, and it's just logic, like I said, right? It's logic. Our whole lives, we've been brushing our teeth and making sure that our breath isn't full of germs. So when you're breathing it the fuck back in again, logic is what I'm saying. So when that's all that you got from that video of me talking about all the drugs I got off of and how far I've come, and that's what you want to focus on, you're fucking broken. And you're angry inside, and you need to try to find something to combat. There's nothing to combat with me. I'm not combative. What I say is my truth, and there's nobody that can tell me otherwise. Period. I don't give a shit what you toxic people think. Real people who don't look to attack people for little shit because we're so angry and miserable with the kind of people that we are, we don't actually see that shit. So I'm grateful for those out there who are like that, those who watch my videos. I love you guys because there aren't enough of us. There's too many of that guy. You know, it's like Bill Burr used to say in his stand-up comedy, like, we have that guy already. Why do we keep reproducing those kind? We have too many of those toxic people, right? We don't need any more. We have enough people who are just miserable and unhappy and just only like to see the negative in everything. You know, I really believe quarantine and all this shit was made for you toxic motherfuckers. I really do. I feel like we all had a chance during this quarantine to really reflect on ourselves, not deflect our bullshit onto other people, not to point fingers and pick people apart for their flaws all the time, just like acting like you don't have any. God, you people are just so, you're just so sick. And we honestly, I'm going to be straight up, we just need you gone, you know, like those kind of people who don't know how to say something positive, and they only look for negative, and they only listen just to react, you know, they're not really listening, but they're only sitting there just waiting to react. You know, those people where it's like you can actually see them coming out of their seat and you're not done talking yet. Yeah, I'm talking about you toxic pieces of shit, because you really are. It's like I actually tried, you know, to find nice things to say about these people, and I just cannot. I actually got attacked on YouTube in comments trying to tell people who were saying how toxic narcissists are that I feel like they can change. And they said to me, you'll see eventually that they cannot. They're incapable of changing. And I see that. I see that because in order to start changing, you know, you have to start getting that ugliness out of your heart and out of your spirit and out of your soul. And you guys just don't know how to do that. You know, when I tell you that my story is the truth, you don't have any say-so after that. You don't get to tell me that my truth is other than just that, my truth. You don't know me, and even if you do, I haven't seen you in probably 20 or 30 years because I've been staying away from people in general for a hot minute now because it's hard for me to find any decent people anymore. So don't come off like you know me, you know, maybe because we walked down a hallway in high school together or lived on the same street or whatever. Don't act like you know me. I don't act like I'm better than anybody. People who actually state their flaws publicly are not people who think they're better than other people, okay? People like myself aren't comfortable telling this part of my life, but I know it's going to help other people. You know how I fucking know? Because I'm doing it because other people's stories like this on YouTube helped me. So if you're not going to help, fall the fuck back, because you're just wasting your time. You know, people who are listening to these videos and actually want to understand why they were around you toxic people their whole lives, why we feel like we were given dealt a short hand or dealt a fucked up hand of cards because we were around toxic people constantly who just seem to be jealous and envious of things that we can't even understand because we don't see ourselves as that type. It's unbelievable to me. I had to cut everybody out of my life like this, and it's literally like it's crickets around me now. If it wasn't for my boyfriend, it's like crickets. That's facts. That is fact. That I'm not asking for suggestions. I'm not asking if you believe me. right? I'm not that kind of person that likes to act like I have a million friends, because if you have a million people around you like that, I can guarantee you 99% of them are not your fucking friend, okay? Most people don't even know how to be a friend these days. They have no idea how, because there's so much selfishness going on, and envy and jealousy. It really is a killer. People want to kill people because of this reason. And the funny thing is that the people that they're jealous and envious of and they're competing with have no idea it's even going on until afterward, until you walk away. That's when I found all this out. I was at my lowest in life and couldn't figure out why people were like this with me, because I'm thinking, what do I have to be envious and jealous of? It's my resilience. It's my strength. It's my ability to get knocked down nonstop and keep getting back up again. Look up the definition or go to a video on YouTube about Heyoka empaths. We don't brag about the fact that we're Heyokas, but I have to say it obviously in my videos to have people understand why I have narcissistic qualities as well. The reason that we are Heyoka and not just regular empaths is because we are constantly put through tough situations because we can deal with it no problem. And people are even jealous of our strength. We constantly go through bullshit and get kicked in our face, and people are somehow jealous of the fact that we don't stay down. That's a mental issue with you. You have a serious mental issue when you're like this, right? So I'm going to say it one more time. When we exhale our breath, that, right? We breathe out carbon dioxide, which I thought everybody understood that already. But we also, which they didn't teach you in school, like a lot of other shit that we needed to learn that would have helped us in life that they kept from us, which is part of being asleep our whole lives, right? We also exhale carbon monoxide with our breath. That's the last time I'm going to say it. I don't say this shit because I want a gold star. I say it because I actually want to help people understand. I don't want people to make themselves sick. Or what are you doing today to help somebody, right? Take a second and sit back, all you toxic motherfuckers, and take a seat and ask yourself, what did I do today that could help somebody besides myself? I'm going to leave it at that. For everybody who actually has a good heart and doesn't want to tear people apart for telling their truth or just look for the wrong in somebody, I hope you have an amazing fucking day. I really do. I hope all of you get away from these toxic people. They're like a disease. And there's different levels to them. Some aren't so bad, but some are just, some you get nauseous being in the same room with them. So I'm enjoying the rest of my day. I hope you all enjoy yours. I love you. See ya.